Alright, hi guys. I'm going to start out with handout number 34 that goes from 1 to 16, but I'm only going to do some of the odd numbered ones. Okay, this should help you for the test tomorrow. So for number 5, we're going to be using segment addition postulate, which says that the sum of this segment BC plus this segment CD will give you the total length of segment BD. In this case, it's 17. Okay, so let me help you set that up. We have BC plus CD equals BD. So first put it in with the variables, with the endpoints, and then we're going to substitute with the values. So BC is x plus 17. And CD is x plus 12. And it equals BD, which in this case is 17. Okay, so on the left hand side, you notice how you have two x's and two constants. So you're going to add the two x's together, and that's going to give you 2x. And then you're going to add the two constants together, 17 and 12, and that's going to give you 29. And it equals 17. So our goal here is to leave x by itself, to isolate the x, because in 5 and 7 they want you to solve for x. Okay, so first thing, we are going to subtract 29, and whatever you do on one side you do to the other. So 29 minus 29, 0. So we have 2x equals, and 17 minus 29, since 29 is a bigger number and it's negative, the answer on the right hand side is going to be negative 12. Okay, we're almost there. We need x by itself, so we're going to divide both sides by 2. So remember, whatever you do on one side you do to the other. So negative 12 divided by 2 is negative 6. So x is negative 6. Okay, that's the answer for number 5. Okay, next up is number 7. So remember, AB, this distance, plus this distance is going to give us the total distance. Okay, that's segment addition postulate. So we set it up, AB plus BC equals AC. And now we substitute. The distance between A and B is 2x plus 26, which is this one right here, plus BC. BC is 12, and it equals AC. AC is from here to here, and that's x plus 28. Okay, so now we're going to simplify. Notice on the left side I have two constants, so I'm going to put those together, combine those, so I have 2x, and 26 and 12 is 38. Okay, so now I have x's on both sides, right, and constants on both sides. So I'm going to subtract x from both sides. So that's 0 over here. So on the left side I have x plus 38 equals 8. Now I'm going to subtract 38 so that x is by itself. We're isolating the x. So on the left side now we have x. On the right side we have negative 30. And that's the answer, because again we're solving for x. For the next set of questions, they're not asking for x, they're asking for the length of a specific segment. So for example, on number 9, they want the length of HI. So that means they want this length right here. Okay, so we're going to use the same exact postulate that says that GH plus HI equals GI. In other words, this distance right here plus this distance right here is going to give me the total distance. Okay, so now GH is 7, HI is x plus 3, and GI, Okay, notice right here, GI from here to here is 4x minus 2. Okay, on the left side, I notice I have two constants, 3 and 7, so I'm going to add them together. So I'm left with x plus 10, because 7 plus 3 is 10, and 4x minus 2. This time I'm going to subtract x from both sides, so from the left side, just because 4x is bigger than 1x, so I'll move the 1x over to the other side. So there, so I've got 10 equals 4x minus 1x is 3x. So now I'm going to add 2 to both sides. This is gone, and 12 equals 3x. We divide both sides by 3 because we need x by itself. So 4 equals x. But notice that's not the question. That's not what we're solving for. We want hi, not x. So we go back up here to hi, which is x plus 3. So hi is x plus 3. And we know x is 4. So 4 plus 3 is 7. So hi is 7. And that's your answer. Okay, so for number 11, they're looking for BC. So they're looking for BC. BC is this piece right here, the short segment. So remember, AB plus BC equals AC. So the distance from this segment, the measure of this segment plus the measure of this segment is going to give me the total measure of the whole segment from A to C. So this piece plus this piece is going to give me the length of the whole piece. Excuse me. So AB is 11, right here. BC is 3x plus 1. I'm sorry, minus 1, sorry. And AC, the length from beginning to end, is 8x. Okay, so again, I notice that I have more x's on the right side, so I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides. So here I have 0. 11 minus 1 is 10. So I've got 10 on the left side and 5x on the right side. So I need x by itself, so I'm going to divide by 5. And I get 10 divided by 5 is 2. 2 equals x. But that's not what they're asking for. They're asking for BC. And so go back here. BC is 3x minus 1. So BC is 3x minus 1. So that means 3 times 2 minus 1. So that's 6 minus 1, 5. BC is 5 units long. For number 13, they want you to find IK. So IK is the whole distance from the beginning to the end, from here to here. That's IK. So remember, IJ plus JK is going to give you IK, the whole distance. So these two segments added together give you the length of the whole segment from I to K. So first we write IJ plus JK, just kidding, is IK. Okay, so we fill in, we substitute, so IJ is 12, because we see that right here, 12. JK is 12x minus 1, so we put that there. And IK is 23x. Okay, so on the left side, I can combine the 12 and the negative 1, minus 1. And so I'm going to have 12 minus 1, that's 11, plus 12x equals 23x. So there are more x's on the right side. I've got 23 on the right and only 12 on the left. So I'm going to subtract 12x from both sides. That's a 0. 11 equals 11x. We divide by 11. So 11 divided by 11 is 1, so x is 1. But remember, they're not asking for x, they're asking for ik. And ik is 23x. It's the one right here at the bottom. So ik is 23k. No. Oops, not 23k. Sorry, got distracted. 23x. So 23 times 1, 23 for ik. Alright, so for number 15 they want GF. So they want GF, and that's from here to here. Okay. Remember, HG plus GF equals HF. Okay, so we're going to write HG plus GF equals HF. Okay, so HG is 10, GF is 4x minus 2, and HF is 7x plus 2. Okay, I'm going to combine my like terms, in this case 10 minus 2. So it's going to give me 10 minus 2 is 8 plus 4x equals 7x plus 2. Since I have more x's on the right, I'll do the same thing as the other problem. I'm going to subtract 4x. I'm going to move the x to the right. So that's 0 right there. 8 equals 3x plus 2. So again, the goal, remember, is to isolate this x, to leave it by itself. So I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. 8 minus 2 is 6. Okay, I want x by itself, so I'm going to divide by 3. And that's going to be 2 equals x. But that's not what we're looking for, right? We're not looking for x. We need x to find the answer. But we're actually looking for GF. So GF is 4x minus 2. So that means we're going to do 4 times, we're going to substitute the 2 for the x. So that's going to be 8 minus 2, which is 6. So that's the answer.